your sound designer and author of the Sound Effects Bible, and this is Road University. Welcome to Location Sound 2. In the first class, we talked about Rode's premier shotgun mic, the NTG3. Although short shotgun mics are king for recording dialogue on set, there are some situations where a short shotgun is not the ideal mic. Today, we're going to look at other Rode microphones that offer unique solutions for interior locations. The main challenges with interior locations are reflective surfaces and space issues. Shotgun mics are designed to focus on sounds coming from the front of the capsule. It's important to understand the shotgun mic is not actually zooming into any sound. Instead, the mic uses rejection ports on the side of its body to cancel sounds coming from the sides and the rear. It's also important to note that all shotgun mics feature a tail to the pickup that needs to be taken into account. The advantage to this design is that you can capture nice tight dialogue with very little interference from the surrounding environment. Unfortunately, this design can produce adverse effects on sets or locations with excessive reverberation or echo. In these scenarios, sounds coming from the rear of the mic are canceled. However, reflections from those sounds off of surfaces in front of the mic are not. These reflections can artificially amplify the sound of the room and result in thin or roomy sounding dialogue, and that's not good. In these cases, you should try a cardioid microphone like the NT5. The cardioid pattern gets its name from its heart-shaped pattern that picks up sounds from primarily the front and sides of the mic. This pattern reduces the sounds coming from the rear of the mic, but without the buildup and phase issues that can occur with the tail and the pickup pattern of shotgun mics. Let's look at the specs for the NT5. The NT5 is a true condenser small diaphragm pencil mic. It has a cardioid pickup pattern and features a smooth, natural sound that's perfect for dialogue. The NT55 is the deluxe model of the NT5. It features the same capsule as the NT5 and comes with an additional Omni capsule, high-pass filters, and pads. The specs look good, but how does it sound? Let's head out into the field and see how this microphone reacts to real-world situations. There's no worst case scenario for interior dialogue recording than a racquetball court. The room is littered with reverb and it stinks of fat man sweat. Right now you're listening to me through the NT5. There's reverb in the dialogue, but that's the reality of this location. If you listen close, you can probably still hear the guys playing racquetball in the court next door. Notice the difference when we switch to a shotgun mic like the NTG3. My voice is still the focus of the sound, but the reverb buildup has colored the sound a bit. Let's switch back to the NT5. As you can hear, there's less reflection and my voice sounds more natural. The trade-off between using a shotgun mic and a standard cardioid mic is directionality, which is not necessarily an issue in a controlled environment. But don't discount shotgun mics for interior locations altogether. In certain scenarios, such as locker room interviews and press conferences, directionality may be an issue and the shotgun would then be the better choice. The bottom line, choose the microphone with your ears and not with your eyes. Now let's move to a more claustrophobic location where choosing the size of the microphone becomes just as important as the quality of its sound. Although the NTG3 and NT5 are great for dialogue recording, they're not a practical solution for recording inside a car. This is where a good modular mic system like the NT6 comes into play. The NT6 is specifically designed for difficult mounting applications and features a detachable NT5 capsule, so you're guaranteed big sound in small places. Now let's mic this car up and head on the road. Okay, so we have the car mic'd up and you're listening to me through the NT6. It's mounted on the sun visor over my head. In tight spots like these, you don't have the luxury of a boom operator to position the mic for you during the take. So if you're faced with multiple actors, you can mount several mics around the car to ensure proper coverage and still avoid visibility. Keep in mind, if you're using multiple mics, you'll want to record each mic to a separate track to avoid phasing problems. Also, try keeping similar distances between the mics and the talent throughout the vehicle for better consistency. Now let's head back to the chop shop and wrap this up. So let's recap. Microphone selection is just as critical as mic placement. When you arrive at a location, you should pay attention to how the environment sounds and be sure to ask what shot you'll be covering for the day. This information will help you determine which mic you should be reaching for in your kit. In our next class, we'll look at ENG microphones for both the camera and the boom pole. I'm Rick Veers, and I'll see you next time at Road University. Until then, make some noise.